Well, high school student Cameron Litowski also has a strong opinion about GSAs and the legal challenge. He says the associations let LGBT youth express their feelings and true identities, and that, he says, can save lives. As you see, Cameron joins us right now. He's in Red Deer, Alberta. Cameron, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Listen, I want to begin with your reaction here. When you heard about this legal challenge to Alberta's Bill 24, what was your reaction to that?
I think my initial reaction was, it was sad, to be honest, because my experience with QSAs, or GSAs as they're called, have been only positive. I've seen people who are the most shy, maybe insecure people really come out of their shell and be able to talk about parts of themselves that they wouldn't be able to talk in other situations without fear of repercussions.
Now, to be fair, as you heard, we did an interview in the last hour, and when we were speaking to that guest, he was essentially saying it's in part has to do with the GSA, but it's also this precedent about withholding information from parents. And to that, take a listen to more of what he had to say earlier today.
Before this law was passed, that to keep all parents in the dark for children as young as 5, the teachers already had discretion to refrain from providing information to certain parents on a case-by-case basis. That's the way it was, and that's the way it should be.
And again, that was John Carpe, who we spoke to earlier today. But Cameron, when you hear him raise essentially a return to the status quo, that it should be up to teachers to use their discretion whether or not they disclose the fact that a child, a student, has joined a GSA, disclosing that to parents, what do you think about leaving it to teacher discretion?
I think I've had wonderful experiences with teachers, but depending on whether a teacher perhaps likes you or dislikes you, something that can seem really superficial can lead to them telling your parents that, I think your child or your child told me that they're LGBT. And what ensues after that is potential emotional, but not only emotional, but physical abuse from those parents. And from my experience as a gay person, I needed to come to terms with my sexuality and reconciling with that for about 3 years of my life. So when you just out someone to your parents, not only are you violating an important step in recognizing and accepting yourself, but you're also potentially putting that student in danger.
Now, we have to point out, and I want to get your reaction to this too, because the group who has filed this court challenge have also called GSAs ideological sex clubs where graphic information on gay sex is available, which is concerning to many parents and people when they hear that. What do you say to that description?
I mean, if there was any evidence whatsoever that that was happening, I would be the first person to stand up and say that's absolutely not right, and you need to look at who's supervising that club. But as right now, there's no evidence that that will ever happen whatsoever. In fact, when we have GSAs, a lot of people don't realize that we have to have a teacher in there and a supervisor in order to make sure, again, the students are safe. So that will never happen. In fact, what happens at GSAs is, may I repeat this, children are talking about how they honestly feel while eating cupcakes. We're not doing anything malevolent in any sense of the word. We're truly being ourselves. And for the part that's ideological, just because you're gay doesn't necessarily mean that you're liberal, you're conservative, or you're anything in between. When you're gay, that's just one part of your personality. And as well, science shows us, and scientific studies have shown, that we can predict if someone will be gay, which shows that it might be something in our genes rather than something that's learned from an environment or an ideology, as they say.
Quickly running out of time, Cameron, but I do want for you to dig down a bit deeper here. How does a GSA prevent bullying? How does it ensure student safety, in your opinion?
So with my own personal experience, I faced bullying every single day at my junior high. And frankly, I did not blame them because they had no education whatsoever. When I first founded the GSA and the Wolf Creek Public School District, it was a relief because I could talk about, oh yeah, I thought that boy was cute. And things that normal teenagers can talk about with their friends, I wasn't able to. And through building and having lots of people come to our GSA, not only did we help inform ourselves about that we are okay, that we are going to be accepted and it's fine to be who we are in this environment, but as well as educate the administration and teachers about what it is to be LGBT and how they can help us.
Cameron Litowski, thank you for the time.
Thank you so much.
And Cameron is a Gay Straight Alliance organizer as well as a high school student. He joins us in Red Deer, Alberta.